Well, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Tractors and Such. So, we're going to be working on the Volkswagen. As you can see, we got it on my car lift. We're going to be starting to work on some brakes on it. And maybe a few other things, but I'll see how we're going to do in this video. So, I done discovered one thing. Got a bad wheel bearing from the start. But the rest of them seem fine, but I might end up replacing them because I want this to be right. So, I'm going to go ahead. Probably go ahead and start with this one. Go ahead and take it off. I do not know if these are reverse threads, so I'm going to find out very quickly. Okay, they ain't reverse threads, they're regular threads. Just like that. Now what you have here, got a little Allen key. You loosen this up. Okay, so it looks like it got a little Allen key here on part of the nut. Or an Allen screw. So I'm just gently using a jack handle and it turned, so that's good. I just want to get it loose enough. You don't have to take it all the way out, I don't think. I mean, I've never worked on a old Volkswagen before, so we're kind of learning as we go. But I think it'd be a fun car. I think it will be. So. And the wheel bearing nut is reverse threads. I know you shouldn't be using a Allen to turn this, but I'm gonna go and I'll use this because I'm sitting right here at it. Alright, there we go. Ooh, there goes the wheel bearing. Okay. Oh, it's missing all the shoes and everything. Okay, we need to add that to the list. We're going to have to actually buy a whole kit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and work on the other side on this on the front. So I'm not gonna put the camera on. I'll just do that and off camera. Okay, so I got the other side off, and this one's got all the things there, all the shoes, springs. So I'm still may go ahead and consider replacing wheel bearings. And now I'm gonna get to that and right there. Alright, let's take these off now. Give me a minute. Alright, that one came out. So I got one more here. Alright. Let's see what we got back here. There's a lot of stuff. I'm going to say these will probably be a nightmare getting off. Got the cotter key out, or the cotter pin. There it is. This brake is off. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that side off camera. Well, we got the other drum off. We had to use heat and everything, and it was a mess. I didn't really want to bother filming it, but if I did, it'd make good video, but I didn't film it. We cut this nut off, and the threads on here are good on the axle, so that's good, but I gotta get a new castle nut. And I'm probably just gonna buy a whole brake kit. Wheel cylinders, shoes, springs for all four, and a master cylinder. I'm gonna see what brake lines I can salvage. I mean, the brake lines on here look good, so if I can save them, I'll just reuse them. But I know the rubber lines need replaced, and that comes in a kit, so I'll probably just get that. Just get that whole kit and just knock everything out. So, yeah. And the e-brakes cable does work, so that's good. I need to get 2 front wheel bearings, so I gotta write a parts list. Okay, so I'm taking the pedal assembly out because I got to replace the lever right there because it's bent and it's stuck. So I gotta take the pedal assembly out. And you got a bolt right there, and there's one on the other side toward the firewall or the frame. Like I said, I never worked on one of these Volkswagens. I'm just going by what I saw on YouTube. Okay, I got the pedal assembly submerging some diesel to free some of it up. It needs to be freed up. And in the meantime, Paul has been taking all the brakes apart so I can clean off the backing plates. I'm not going to film me cleaning it all up. I'm just going to get the wire wheel here on this drill, and I'm just going to clean it off. Cleaned all the rust, or as much as we can, and I've got some brake parts on the way, so I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do next to this. It's the next morning. It's about 7 in the morning. I got up early. I'm going to go ahead and put the wheel cylinders on this morning. Okay, this wheel cylinder is installed. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I got this left side rear wheel cylinder on. So now let's go do the fronts. Ha. Alright. That wheel cylinder's on. Okay, so we got all the wheel cylinders on. Paul made it back. So I'm now going to attempt again to weld the floor pans. That's a stuck weld.
All right, just dot it on across there. Go toward you.
Well, we finished the floor, and we even got the seat brackets, or the seat mounts, in our homemade piece. So now we're going to be working on brakes. Or trying to
get the brakes together.
Well, somebody's done some work today. Or a lot of work. I've been out family Thanksgiving today. You got all the brake line ran. We got the driver's seat in. We've also ran the brake line and the fuel line along this tunnel here. Got the pedal assembly in, the clutch pedal, and the throttle cable in. Well, I'm going to go ahead and replace the speedometer cable because it's kind of iffy, and I'm just going to go ahead and replace it while I'm here. It's not bad to replace at all. I done took it out less than 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and run a new cable in. Okay, so I got a new grommet. And there's a hole back here. I can get my camera. That this slides in. Okay, so we got the speedometer cable run through. And we're doing taking the rest of the wheel bearing off. The speedometer does work. We spun the cable, and the speedometer handle does jump. Okay, so now we're going to pack some wheel bearings. So I'm going to first be packing the inner front. We've got two different sizes. You got a small and a large. I ain't going to put new races in it. I mean, the races are fine in it. So, I got my glove here. Set my wheel bearing down right here. Put you some grease on the palm of your hand here. Like so. Get your wheel bearing. You just want to drag it in like this. Because you want to pack it. The goal is to pack your wheel bearing. Okay, so we got all the brakes done. Now we're bleeding them. I'm sitting in here, pumping the pedal. Well, the new master cylinder was bad out of the box, so they sent me another one. So we're going to try again. We've got brakes. And I've also been working on the wiring. Well, I think it's as much as I'm going to do this time on this Volkswagen Beetle. So, I guess we're going to end the video here. So thank you all for watching this video of tractors and such. Now we're going for Paul with the devotion.
Today's devotion is Genesis chapter 24, beginning at verse 47. Genesis 24, beginning at verse 47. And I answered her and said, Whose daughter art thou? And she said, The daughter of Bethuel, and Nahor's son, whom Milcah bare unto him. And I put the earring upon her face, and the bracelet upon her hand. And I bowed down my head and worshipped the Lord, and blessed the Lord God of my master Abraham, which had led me in the right way to take my master's brother's daughter unto his son. And now, if thou wilt deal kindly and truly with my master, tell me, and if not, tell me, that I may turn to the right hand or to the left. Then Laban and Bethuel answered and said, The things proceeded from the Lord, and we cannot speak unto thee bad or good. Behold, Rebekah is before thee. Take her and go, and let her be my master's son's wife, and the Lord hath spoken. And it came to pass that when Abraham's servant heard their words, he worshipped the Lord, bowing himself to the ground. And the servant brought forth jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment, and gave them to Rebekah. And he gave also to her brother and to her mother's precious things. And they did eat and drank, and he and the men that were with him, and tarried all night. And they rose up in the morning, and he said, Send me away unto my master. And her brother and her mother said, Let the damsel abide with us a few days, at the least 10 days. After that she shall go. And he said unto them, Hinder me not, seeing the Lord hath prospered by my way, and sent me away that I may go unto my master. And they said, We will call the damsel, and inquire at her mouth. And they called Rebekah, and said unto her, Wilt thou go with this man? And she said, I will go. And they sent away Rebekah and their sister, and her nurse, and Abraham's servant, and his men. And they blessed Rebekah, and said unto her, Thou art our sister, be thou the mother of thousands of millions, and let thy seed possess the gates of those which hate them. Thank you for watching Cade's video today. See you on the next post.